we are, Mount Hood. Right there, very little glacier left. Climate change has evolved the climate boiling. And we're gonna do the round the mountain trail, 40 plus miles. I don't know, take 3 or 4 days. Not exactly going ultra light, actually going ultra heavy. So is Bo. Post-surgery, 70 cans of dog food. But she's raring and ready to go. So, without further ado, here we go. Okay, we just cleared the woods more or less. We're in the meadows. That hike up from White River was excruciating and endless, and it kicked my ass. My legs hurt, my shoulders hurt. Pack's about twice as heavy as it needs to be, so I gotta eat some serious food tonight. And there is the mountain. Well, we're on the mountain. There's the summit. I don't know where Bo is. She's somewhere. Bo! Where you at? And between those trees right there, probably center in the picture, is the poles, you know, at the top of Blue, right next to Mount Hood Express, but they took down Mount Hood Express, so those are chairlifts that I'm talking about, and that's Mount Hood Meadows over there, ski resort. We'll be walking through it. Maybe I'll find a ski pole. Anyway, that's my winter stomping grounds. I'm not used to seeing it naked, so we'll see what it's gonna look like. I'm excited and sweaty, and actually I feel like next creek I see, maybe if there's a couple good trees by it, I'm gonna set up a camp, because why hurry? All right. Okay, so first morning, the hills are alive, and so is Bo, even though I laid up most of the night worrying about a mountain lion coming and getting her. I don't know why I have that fear in my mind. I never used to before. Anyway, so it's 7:43 in the morning, and breakfast is made. I am about to consume it, and I took down the hammock. Still got to take down the tarp, which I didn't use, and pack all this stuff away. Maybe I'll be out of here by 8:45. I don't know. So I don't know, I'm feeling a little stiff this morning. Have to climb Lamberson Butte, Gnarl Ridge today with that pack on. It might be a couple pounds lighter. Well, it is a couple pounds lighter from the food that I've eaten. Used a little bit of fuel. Anyway, if I get up that thing and I'm feeling okay, I get to Tilly Jane Campground by late this afternoon, which is about 9 miles from here. So says that sign down there, a trail sign. If I get there, I'll assess how I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm going to finish this, of course. It's not very long. It's only 40 miles. But all this elevation gain in the air and carrying the pack, and I'll be 66 in like a week. So those are all good excuses. We'll see how it goes. I'm feeling a little stiff and a little sore today, but I would anyway, no matter what. Okay. Shooting Star Lift. Great place to show off right here if you're so inclined, or make a fool of yourself like I do. I've narrowly missed that tree and that pole at times. I know that tree very intimately. And those two trees as well. Summertime view, wow. Okay. We're skirting Jack's Woods now. I'm sure we're gonna get to the bottom of it, but this area you can count on about 99% of the time for being deep and steep, of course, 100% of the time, but usually just nice deep powder in here, and it stays for a while. So this is an awesome area to ski through. I don't know if you could tell how steep it is in video, but man, I take it easy here. Just doing my turns. I see lots of people just ripping through here. Not me though. I'll never have those kind of cojones or skill. But it's beautiful in here. Just do your turns through it. Do 3 or 4 turns and analyze what's in front of you. That's how I do it. 3 or 4 more turns. Stay away from the tree wells, of course. Yeah, nice area. And this is Heather Canyon. This is the most easterly part of these runs. Up there, it's just a big long bowl, pretty much. Has several different names, but you know, the sections, but it's just a big long valley going up the mountain. Steep. Yeah, baby. This is what I'm talking about. This area here, I like to go kind of fast down because there's no real obstacles. It's just steep. It's kind of easy to keep my turns inside this lane here, but it does tree up down there, way down there. Beautiful. Bo took that pretty smart. She went upstream quite a ways before crossing. There's a trail's right there at the top of the fall, probably 10 feet in. Anyway, once we get across this, or get down to the bottom of this Heather Canyon, then we must climb up the other side. And that is going to make this pack feel extremely heavy. Okay, so we've just reached the bottom of Heather Canyon, and I'm going to fill up my water bottle. I'm going to drink what I got in there, try to drink most of it. And then we got to climb up over this thing. And it goes up and up and up. Actually, the trail's down there. Kind of traverses. It doesn't look too bad. Lamberson Butte, the next one, that's going to kick my butt. But this one's going to do a job on me too. Right now, I got to get some water. Okay, I just crossed the top of that ridge, the one that's just north of, on the north side of Heather Canyon. Not too bad really, sandy, thick sand, deep sand. And now we're dropping down into this valley. I gotta look at the map and get these names, but I do know that all over there is Lamberson Butte. And we have to cross over the top of that next. And that looks like a doozy. I don't see the trail from here. But I did it like 16 years ago. I don't remember what it's like. But also a guy, a friend of mine, and myself came up here to climb some of this stuff because there's some bolted roots. But we were too chicken shit, really, to do anything much. But it was fun just goofing around. Anyway, Lamberson Butte. Gnarl Ridge is the name of the whole ridge. And just on the other side is where that big forest fire started, which spread to, well, you can see some remnants of it right there, but spread over to Tilly Jane when they had to save those buildings, like, I don't know, 20 years ago almost now. Yeah, they sprayed them in foam and wrapped them in tinfoil or something like that. Some buildings that were built back in the 1930s, you know, during the New Deal. Okay. Yeah, we're both getting our clocks cleaned here, climbing up this Gnarl Ridge. I'm not sure how far we have left, but wow, it's doing a number, and we got a long ways till Tilly Jane. Okay, just thought I'd check in, let you know I'm still alive, just in case this is found somewhere and we're not. That was a joke. Bo says she's done. She just told me. Unfortunately, we're nowhere near a creek, and we have about a pint of water. So, and we got to go up. So come on, Bo, you got to get up so I can buckle that thing. She doesn't want to put that pack back on. She doesn't want to walk either. But the whole way up, she's running like 30 feet off the trail to one side, and then across the trail 30 feet to the other side, up and down hills. And if you just walk like a normal dog, wouldn't be so tough right now. Okay, we gotta go. Come on. Okay, we got some water out of that snowfield. There's a trickle. Anyway, made for a nice little break. Collected the water out of that runnel. Filled the quart, and I'm going to carry some in the bag that needs to be filtered. Well, I woke up about 5:30 this morning. Bo wasn't even awake yet. She was laying there shivering. Right now it's 7:21, 7:23. That sound is the whisper light running, cooking breakfast. Probably get out of here the same time today as I got out of the camp yesterday. 8:30 or so. Yeah, my knees are hurting pretty good, I gotta say. But it's the insides, like the medial ligament. But I'm just gonna keep on going. But it kind of keeps me awake at night a little bit. What else? What else? Bo is shivering. Oh yeah, I am leaving some things behind here that I'm going to come and pick up in the car, because I'm at Tilly Jane Campground, which it's like a 9-mile dirt road to get here in the car. But I'll come back and pick up this stuff that I'm leaving behind. I'm leaving like a puffy jacket that I brought, and the little sleeping bag that I brought for Bo. She's been shivering anyway. I might have to let her sleep in the hammock with me. That could be a $125 loss if those sharp claws go digging through the hammock, punching some holes in there. But she's pretty tired today. I don't think Arrow would have made this even if I brought him. It's pretty tough. It's kind of like climbing a mountain every day with all the elevation gain. Okay. Okay, it's about 9:45, and there's Bo up there panting and waiting. 9:45, and we left about 8:45, so that's essentially where we left from. That's Cloud Cap Inn up there. And I sure hope those mileage markers include all the switchbacks, because I feel like I've already walked 20 miles. And I'm like, maybe a mile from there as the crow flies. But anyway, 5.7 to Elk Cove. Let's say it's now 5. Holy cow. I just came out of that little foresty area, and I guess I'm not at the edge. This thing burned forever. Forever and ever. There's Rainier again, if you can see it. And there's Mount St. Helens, just to the right of that tree. A few traces of snow left on that one. And there's Adams. Well, Adams on the right and Rainier on the left. A whole lot of burned up woods. That Barrett Spur, I think. Well. Boy, you can shuffle down a little bit of rock and roll. This is a nice looking creek. That's where we came from. I gotta work my 65-year-old bones down that thing. With that on my back for about the 100th time in the last 2 days, 3 days. I don't know. That ain't the way. Okay, I'm gonna give this a try, I think. Looks a little quick in the middle, but alright, that's one part of it. We'll do this up here maybe. wish I could do that. That was a beast. Well, not really. Took a couple of minutes to figure it out though. Oh boy. Let's get that thing off of here and take a break. It's time for a little break. You want some duck fat? A little bit of that stuff for me, a little bit of this stuff for her. Bo, come here. Well, 7.5 hours of daylight. I guess we can get another 5 miles done in that time. 5 or 6. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm gonna walk again for a couple months after this is over. Strictly paddling a kayak. Right? Paddle that kayak. I let Bobo take a little 10-minute nap. Now she don't want to get back up. We gonna go, Bobo? We gotta go. Oh. Got another 5 miles to do. If you stick to the trail, you'll only do 5 instead of 25. Is that unheard of? Sticking to the trail? Okay, come on, let's go. Gotta put that pack on. You gotta put that pack on. Come on, Bobo. Put the pack on. Glad I wasn't standing in the way when this happened. Quick stop. We'll turn a nice little mountain stream into a mud hole. Over there now. Just wrapping around to the west side. What are you doing to that pristine mountain water? Okay, it's dinner time, 6:02. Sun is still well above the horizon. I don't care. And Bowie had already ate her can of food. And the reason
go into detail on my dinner is because I don't really cook anything. I just boil water and then throw in some dehydrated soup. Doesn't taste very good, but it's just some food, you know. That's kind of healthy. I don't know if there's any nutrients left in it after it's been freeze-dried or whatever's been done to it. And anyway, so that's it. That's it till tomorrow. Good morning, world. Where you at, Bo? Hey, Bo, can you say good morning? Bo. Bo. She's too busy. Anyway, it's Thursday morning. Sun's not hitting those flower beds yet. Quite. But, kind of pretty looking anyway. Come to say good morning, Bo? Nice hill to roll down. Bear grass. Obviously, we are swinging around to the west side. All this moss on the trees. It's a telltale sign. The west side of Mount Hood, like all the Cascades, is the moist side. The side that gets all the marine air. And the west, or the east side of all these mountains is mostly that harsh, barren landscape. I don't know how much I shot coming over Lamberson Butte, I don't remember, but it's really like a lunar landscape. And on Mount St. Helens, it's called the Plains of Abraham on the east side, and it's exactly the same. And it's like walking through some biblical desert scene, you know, with your shawl on, waiting for some manna from heaven. Sandy Glacier, it's going quick. It's gonna be gone soon. I think that's called the Razor down there in the middle. It's got a few bolted routes on it. It's kind of sad. These are the worst. Where's that guy with the chainsaw? Ducking under these with a backpack on. Sucks. Wow, I cleared all that stuff. Usually I get snagged on one. I'll leave you in suspense on this one. I'll make it a mystery. And here we have the glorious wonder that is Ramona Falls. Okay, this hill is relentless. It's a paradise. I'm not even sure if there's water up there. There better be. I would say this is about the same as Lamberson Butte, except a lot of it is shaded. Actually, a lot of Lamberson Butte is shaded too. But, oh baby, I feel like I've been at it on this one for 6 hours.
I haven't. It's probably been, it's been about 2 hours anyway. Hour and a half. I'm trying to calculate from Ramona Falls because there was a lot of flat from Ramona Falls till the base of this. But yeah, wow. My pack feels like it weighs 3,000 pounds again. I just gave Bo a sardine can of water and she took 2 licks. So she's wasting that water. I got about a pint in here. Alright, see you at the top. Mr. Guard Dog here watching over the trail, which is just right down there. So he can go chase some backpackers for a pet. Because everybody loves Arrow and everybody wants to pet him. 7 o'clock last morning before our walk back to the car, and believe it or not, it's raining. Well, it's sprinkling, and it's been sprinkling for a while. My hammock is wet. Kind of a nice change. Alright, well, I'm going to put all this stuff away and make some breakfast, and hopefully it doesn't start raining like super hard. Okay, we got the food hanging in a tree. Not really beer prevention because it's not high enough, but keep the rodents away from it and little varmints that'll rip it all apart, eat some of it. So we're gonna go get the food. And then I left the stove and the water filter down by the creek, which I also have to get. Quite a few mosquitoes out here this morning. Now that's better. No branch in the way. Olive oil for those who have an inclination to swollen knees. Not really swollen. Little inflammation maybe, especially on the first couple days. They're getting used to it now though. I can tell because they don't really hurt anymore. But at first, ooh doggy, first day or two, pain. Nothing simpler to operate than a whisper light. Not true. This is definitely breaking Bo's norm. She's used to licking the oil that's left in the can after I've eaten the sardines. Here's another funny thing. All the cans are bent. All our cans of dog food were all bent, dented from her jumping through the rocks and everything. At the end of each day, I'd pull out a can of bent food. Sardine cans aren't that bad, but well, here, lick that first. It's gonna be one good cup of coffee this morning because I'm using the rest of it. Man, the mosquitoes are just crazy. Oh boy, that's a lot.
that's a little too much. Guess I'll be carrying a little coffee bag. I'm not actually conserving fuel at the moment. I would have already shut the stove off if I was, and just let the oatmeal soak up the hot water. But I'll let this cook a little bit. I have it actually cooked this morning.
Side note for all you youngsters, consider it a tip. Backpacking tip. Best music to listen to get you up or down a big hill or through a long stretch is old Rolling Stones, 1969 to 1973, with long Mick Taylor solos. Look it up, you'll see the songs. Put it in your playlist alongside the app that tells you where to cross the creek.